Hello and welcome to episode 1 of Do You Want to Build a Warhound? So full disclaimer, I am slightly hungover this morning. It is New Year's Day. Apologies it's taken so long to make this, but I wanted to get it right. So today we're going to go through the unboxing of my Chaos Warhound. In a moment we'll also see what weaponry I've armed it with. So it's a little bit different than the standard loadout that you'll see in on most Chaos Warhounds. So fingers crossed it's going to be awesome. So here it is. This is lovely. This is brilliant. So each episode in this series we're going to go through the process of making one of these beasts. I've looked at a few videos online to get ideas because once I've said this in previous videos, very intimidating thing to do. So we're going to go through unboxing today. Next video we're going to go through prep work. So we're going to go probably through a bit of cutting and filing and maybe filling. I don't know. We might need filling. We'll wait and see. So I know you'd love to see my face the whole time, but let's go and unbox this beast and see what we have. So here we have it, ladies and gents, the box of dreams. It's been living under my desk for a little bit, just with other projects going on. I have still paid it respect as the machine spirit would want me to do. So here we are. Now it comes in one of these amazing, beautiful boxes, so you know exactly what's inside. And let's have a quick little look what it looks like. So full disclosure, before we get started, as you guys can imagine, and I'm sure you'd all do the same, the minute I got it, I opened the box. So there was a moment of excitement, which I apologise. It takes a bit of the magic away from this unboxing, but it will become clear. So in the box here, we'll get to see what the loadout is. So we have a Chaos Warhound plasma blast gun. You can see here, it's an absolutely beautiful bit of resin here. It's just lovely. So it then becomes clear what I have actually armed this one with, because the next weapon is exactly the same. So it's going to be a double plasma warhound, which I'm really excited about. I think it's going to look absolutely brilliant and going to be a lot of fun to play, because Chaos should all be about chance and excitement. So I'll put these bits here. We're going to get some of the larger bits here. So like I said, I've opened a couple of the small bits, just have a little look. So we then check this part here. Yeah, brilliant, isn't it? So this is, I believe, like the engine part. So you've got the head that would attach here, and then got the body here, the chassis would go over the top, and then we have this kind of twisted engine room with this engines here, just like warped against the walls there. It's going to look absolutely beautiful. These bits are just huge though. Such a cool kit. And it's just covered in detail. Like we look at all these like little pop marks along here, as long as the Chaos symbols. So I'll put that bit over there. It's going to be an absolute mission to clean, but we'll go through a bit of that as we progress. Other bits here haven't been touched, so let's have a look what this part is. I would say a shoulder part, maybe. Kind of goes in there, gun underslung here. So that must kind of work alongside this part. Yep, there you go, that would make, would that make sense? I don't know if that would make sense. I don't know. Ooh, it's exciting though, we're going to find out. Yeah, well, we'll have a look. But once again, very nice. Lots of resin on here. My saw is going to go mental trying to hack through some of this. Solid, absolutely solid resin. And then move on to the next couple of bits here. Wow. I should have really brought a knife. But let's just rip it open. Like kids at Christmas. And possibly the same sort. Yep, okay, so this is a corresponding shoulder, maybe? I'm saying shoulder. If you guys know in the comments, let me know, but I would imagine these are shoulder pieces. Could be wrong. But yeah, look, they're not copy and paste bits. These have got nice bits of wiring in there. Some brilliant battle damage. That's what I really like about the Forge World kits. they're just so nice to kind of look at there. I think these bits are almost, not quite, there's some little differences there between them. Like you got a little bit more room under here, a bit of warping, and this one here is a bit closer down. So yeah, they are unique. They're not just the standard kit parts there. We then have, wow, we have this massive bit here. We'll go through that in a moment, as well as this part here. We'll go through those bags individually. But yeah, you got all these, wow, look, even more, look at them. All right, we'll open these in a second. We then have a bag of bits. So look at that. Wow. All these, I think these are all pistons for the feet. I believe what I've kind of looked online, the feet are going to be the most challenging parts to do. Once again, as you know, it's Chaos, it's covered in skulls. And then at the bottom here, what do we have at the bottom? Got brown envelope. And there we go. Certificate. Beautiful. My Chaos certificate there. That'll be going up in a little frame somewhere for my Warhound. We've got some instructions, which is brilliant. Forge World are pretty notorious for not having too many instructions. This is obviously how the feet go together. Lots of pistons that go into these feet. This is going to be where we're going to begin. It's going to be quite the challenging part. We've got some more little details there. Joysticks for the pilots. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. Let's have a look here. So what are these parts? Let's have a little look. So underneath, yeah, I believe, yeah, so here we go. So they go at the front, underneath at the front or at the back? Oh, that maybe at the back. So these are the exhaust bits. So hopefully we've got some exhaust, yeah, main vents. So they're going to be a separate bit. So yeah, these will sit at the back of the Warhound. Awesome, little vents kind of thing on top. Oh, wow. Okay, so let's have a look in some of these bags and see what we have. Right, so let's go through this bag first and see what we have inside of it. Looks like some spiky little bits. Let's have a little breakdown. So here we go. We're going to open it up here. See what's inside. So straight off, we've got this part here, which looks like part of the cockpit there. So you can see a little leering kind of skull coming through. And this is just what I love about Forge World. Like I said before, the detail, but you've got like this bit down here. Put that down. Like a little hole, some like mutation bits that come through, and then mirrored on the other side, you've got the same hole with some more like cables going through. These are just such a beautiful kit. I don't know if I can do this justice, but let's give it a go. So that's the first part. Put that down there. Just randomly taking parts out now. Spiky parts. So spikes that I'm sure will become very clear as we make the kit. I believe these kind of go on the carapace on the top. So that's going to be quite cool, but add these little spikes in. I'm not sure if they're just like metal or they almost look like stone. I don't know how I'm going to paint those. They're going to be quite nice though. Move up. Some bit for probably weapons. Maybe I think these are, I'm just kind of looking at the instructions very briefly here and just seeing what we got. I would imagine these kind of go sitting on top maybe of the weapon. Interesting. We'll find out about those bits. We're going to move on to the vent. So the vents at the back. So the mystery parts we had, they actually appeared to be the back of the Warhound, and these are the vents that go on there. So the bit where I'm cutting the resin away, kind of got to let that kind of get kind of flatten it off, score it, and glue these on. So there we go. What I would say would be, from what I know of this, mid-leg armour. A little B there. We'll find out what that's all about. But yeah, it's just like, oh, man, I can't wait to see this in like the word bearer red. We're going to get a bit of damage here. We're going to have the silver going on. It's just going to look absolutely beautiful. I really hope anyway. This is it's going to be an amazing centerpiece for my army. We've got the other one as well. We've got an A. Another vent as well. So these are both at an angle, so it should become clear as we make it which one's going where. So once again, they're not the same one that's just kind of mirrored across. They are individually made for this Warhound. All right, got some big bits coming up in a minute, guys. And here we go. We've got the crucial part for any Warhound. We've got the Warhound's testicle armor. So once again, we've got a nice big eye there. God, just the damage here is very cool. I don't know if that's kind of like wire work or some sort of demon gooey stuff coming out. And we'll see how that kind of fits on as well. I mean, the red is going to look really nice, kind of seeping into here. We're going to have some darker bits, going to have damage going on there. Awesome. I mean, this kit is just endless. It's kind of intimidating at the same time. This is a thing. What's-it-called? Just having a little look, see if we can see it on the kit. That becomes the picture becomes very apparent. Maybe this goes down on for the legs, like maybe for the joints for the legs, possibly. Or maybe this is actually for the feet. Oh, I don't know. Let's have a quick spin of the instructions. Sorry, this is bad videoing. Yeah, I believe. Is that for the feet? Yeah, this is for the feet. This part is for the feet. So this is the sole of the Warhound. This is the part that's going to be crunching down on loyalist tanks. So hopefully we've got one. Here's another one, another sole for the Warhound. We then have a Dubry What's-it. One Dubry What's-it, so this will all go somewhere onto the chassis. Like I said, this is a brand new kit for me, so a lot of this is guesswork what's going on here. But it's all exciting stuff. It's all exciting stuff. And then we've got the two nice big bits. Each bag tends to have a nice bit in it. So these two, leg armor. Look at the size of that. Look at these are just beautiful. I'm really looking forward to this. I can see a bit of scripture work going on these as well. The silver is going to look great. Kind of like dry brushing bits going on here. The red down there. Like they're both different here. So you got one here with a chaos symbol, one with like a leering face. Both really good. Oh my goodness, that is going to look stunning. Hope you guys if you've made one of these before, if you've got any tips of constructing a Warhound, please let me know. I've researched this a bit online and I've asked Tom, he's also got a Warhound. So if you guys got any tips, please let me know. All right, so that's the first mystery bag. Let's have a look through the second mystery bag. Right, so here we are with the second bag of goodness. You can see from just looking at this, a lot of this seems to be legwork, but let's have a little look what we've got. So here we are, we've got a part of the leg here, very nice. Not really sure what one this is, if it matters. We've got a ball joint here, which I'm not sure if that's going to be for the leg. I imagine it is for the leg at this point. If we're going through leg parts, hopefully that's going to make sense. We've got another part of the leg, very similar bit there. I'd say that's the same position somewhere on the leg. And yeah, I keep saying, but it is important. I mean, there's a bit of a mismold there, but that's going to be covered up with armor plating. But I mean, generally these kits are pretty good. So if you see that line, that's a bit of a pain. But there we go. We've got some dents. They're all individual dents on there. So let's put that there. So as I'm kind of unpacking this, I am looking for any potential damage. Forge World, the improvement in Forge World over the years has been huge. However, there are still some with these older kits that are, you know, unfortunately part of the process with the resin molding. Once again, there's a little bit there, but that's going to be covered up anyway. Because if you think about it, that's probably going to be sitting in there. I mean, that'd be amazing if it was. That's, I don't think that is, but it's going to be a similar part anyway. So we've got this here as well. Just the detail, the scratching. And that's why I think the Chaos Warhound is my favourite one of the Warhounds. Because you've got all this extra character in here. It's just like, it's just beautiful. And even with the slight bit of damage you could have on these, you can put it off to being chaosy. There we go. At this point, I do not know what part of the leg this is, but this is definitely a part of the leg. Put these bits down here. We have another ball joint here. I imagine this will be partly exposed because it's got these little dents in here, which looks like a purpose part of moulding rather than anything else. Very nice. Another bit here. Once again, same kind of part here. I would say that is probably different, yeah. Is that different? Is that a comparison here of the two parts? Well, this looks pretty similar actually. Looks like this. You got the two dents here, two dents there, and a couple of bits under there. Mirrored down there. I would say this is probably one of the only parts that is kind of mirrored. We've got some cable work here by the look of it. So imagine these bits you've got to bend with a bit of heat, kind of bend these bits round. A little bit of mismold there. Now if I was overly concerned with these parts that have got slight bits on them, I mean that's just beautiful, look at this. I would contact Forge World to just get a replacement because renowned, their customer service is amazing. A bit of work there, you can kind of take that out with a knife. One more bit of cabling, similar to that one. I wouldn't be overly surprised if these were exactly the same. If they appear to be, because essentially they're just cabling. It doesn't matter too much on those parts. And then, the main part of the carapace. Now this is just absolutely beautiful. Look at this. Look at that. That is nice. It's a nice bit of resin. That's a good way to start the year, by getting a nice little kit like this. Oh my goodness. Awesome stuff. Now these, you got some little lines here with the moulding, but you're going to be covering these up anyway, so I'm not concerned about them. What I'm really looking for is any kind of blemishes on here that shouldn't be there, and anything that I can't sort out with a knife or with green stuff. But it's looking pretty good. Wow, love this bit here. This part of the icon that just runs up the middle, and it's all like raised as well. I don't know how well the camera's picking it up there, but it's a thing of beauty, people. This is going to be a nice looking Warhound. Right, okay, we've got one more bag of goodies now. What's in that bag? Right, so another bag of bits. So these are going to be all the bits left over that we haven't covered already. So we've covered a lot of the legs, but we haven't covered the there's feet bits in here. There's some some shoulder bits, and there's a head. Oh, we get to see the beast's head. Right, let's have a look. I'm opening it up. Straight away, straight into my hand is the Warhound's head here, the top of the head armour. You've got the eyes going there. That's pretty thin, so what I'm going to do is probably poke those out, and so you can see inside the cockpit. But yeah, look at this. This is just beautiful. Something quite kind of like prehistoric about this thing. It's absolutely stunning. Love it. All right, next up, I think these two are the similar parts. Yep, so these are like shoulder parts, and it's just like I said, the level of detail on Forge World is insane. You've got this kind of bit here, which is the shoulder joint that comes off of the torso. You've got the gun mount that's going to come down here, and this would imagine was once a servitor, which is now just a ball of gunk. Man, this is an incredible kit. Just the detail is insane. And this is the other one, the corresponding one. Once again, you see a bit more of the servitor there, because obviously I just had a glimpse at this one, so I knew that ball of gunk would have once been a servitor. Look at that. It's just wow. Absolute wow. Jeez, brilliant. Okay, so there's the shoulder bit. Sorry, I've still got a bit of a cold going on. Okay, so this is the back of the cockpit, maybe? I'm not sure, to be honest. Oh, maybe this is the back of the engine room, because we had the front bit of the engine room, which will attach onto this, and this will be what joins the legs on there, and that will be the back of the Warhound there. And once again, like, this is just brilliant. He's still in his suit. He's probably stood there a bit too long and kind of got wired in, bones protruding there. We just rotted away at the back of the Warhound. We've got to come up with a name for this Warhound. We've got an Apocalypse game coming up in April, so this should all be completed by then. This is the cockpit. Oh, wow, jeez. Like, the skulls are just beautiful on these crew members here. And you look at the front. From that view, I don't know if the camera's picking up too well, but you've got like the controls. We looked earlier at the instructions and it had your joysticks you got to put in there. Whoa, this is just brilliant. What is this then? Good question. Not 100% sure what part this is. Oh, hang on, looking at instructions. This is the roof of the carapace that goes at the top. So that's that part. Lots of parts for the feet. Kind of like joints here between the sole and what I'd imagine be a toe. Just load these little pits. Oh my goodness. This is going to be very fiddly. But those bits there, oh, just bags of foot bits. Not Fitbits, foot bits. Look at this. Just toes and joints, and so you can position it so many little kind of nuances there. A little kind of detail there. That's on the bottom of the toe as well, actually, thinking about it. That's the bottom. Wow. Brilliant. And then finally, the last part in here. I would imagine this is the crotch of the Warhound. So this part here is going to be sitting into this part here. And then from there, we can move it around, position it. We're going to make sure this is kind of epoxied in probably, because there's going to be a lot of weight on this top part. And I don't think just leaving it loose is a particularly wise decision. And we'll hopefully get, fingers crossed, my plan is to get some form of dynamic pose on the Warhound. We've got a bit of mismold there, but once again, that's going to be covered up. These are the bits I'm kind of more concentrating on and looking for, but there's nothing there. And it looks pretty darn good. So guys, that was everything you get on Warhammer. There's a lot of parts to be cleaning and stuff, which we're going to go through briefly in the next video. Wow. Okay, so if you want a cure for a hangover, the best thing to do is to get yourself a Chaos Warhound and unpack it and promise the world that you're going to get it built in a few months and painted. So, awesome looking kit. Like I said, there was some great stuff there. The mold lines weren't too bad. Seems all the bits are there that I can tell so far. So next video, we're going to go through a bit of the prep work there, and we're going to probably speed the process up a little bit. We're going to do a bit of filing, cutting, cleaning as well. We'll go through the process and how you're going to clean the residue off of that resin, because if you don't clean it, you're going to have problems. So anyway, guys, I'm going to go have a cup of tea and get ready for the next part. So if you want to support the channel, there's a link below for Goblin Gaming. We're an affiliate of Goblin Gaming. We don't charge you for anything. We just ask if you're going to buy some models, you consider Goblin Gaming. You click on the link, you use that link, and a little bit of money comes back to the channel, and we can afford nice things for the channel to show you guys and run events. So until next time, my friends, this is Dom from Black Toad Studios. Take care.